and welcome back to British English with me, Ali. Many people have asked me, what do British people eat? And there is a strong belief that British food isn't tasty. In this video, I want to correct this belief and explain what kinds of things we tend to eat in the UK. Please give this video a like and leave your comment on anything that you think sounds delicious, or if you've tried any British cuisine before, do let me know. Let's get started. As you may know, Britain is a very multicultural country, and especially in London, you will find all sorts of people from many different countries. There are Indian communities, Chinese communities, Americans, Koreans, people from all over the globe are there in London. And as such, the influx of many different countries' cuisines has arrived in the UK. One of the most popular things to do with friends on a relaxing Friday evening is to get a takeaway. And usually a takeaway is either an Indian takeaway or Chinese. Indian curry is so highly rated in the UK that a chicken tikka masala has actually been voted the #1 dish in Britain. When it comes to Chinese food, popular dishes in the UK are lemon chicken, sweet and sour pork, and crispy beef, as well as, of course, egg fried rice. Chinese takeaway stores and Indian takeaways are dotted around everywhere, so more realistically, you're not going to struggle to find these kinds of places. A typical breakfast in the UK would probably be something like toast with butter and jam, some orange juice, a coffee or tea, or something like a bowl of cereal. When I was growing up, I was a big cereal fan. I really enjoyed Rice Krispies and cornflakes, which apparently is one of the Queen's favourite breakfast items, which was quite surprising to discover. I also was a big fan of Weetabix, which were 2 wheat biscuits, I suppose, which you put milk on the top and maybe a sprinkling of sugar, and just enjoy like that. Very simple, very quick and easy before school. These packets of cereal also had some toys inside, which was always incentive for me to add some more to my bowl and enjoy my cereal for the morning. Of course, for those who prefer a more salty breakfast, there are things like an egg and sausage muffin, an English muffin, which is not like the type of muffin that you'll find in Starbucks. An English muffin is more like a little bun, I suppose, a flat bun, and I used to love English muffins. Another popular breakfast is, of course, the English breakfast. And I would say that this kind of dish is usually saved for weekends, when you have time to have this huge feast. Typical things will include sausages, hash browns, which are some sort of fried potato deliciousness, eggs, mushrooms, tomatoes, and black pudding, which is pig's blood, but very, very good for your iron levels. And this whole dish is extremely filling, and you probably won't need to eat for quite some time after you've eaten this. Of course, we like it with a cup of tea or a coffee if that's what you prefer. Another dish that I really used to enjoy as a child was eggs and soldiers. This is basically a soft boiled egg with the top bit cut off and toast sliced into thin batons. So you would take the toast, dip it into the soft egg and enjoy. When it comes to lunch, what do British people eat for lunch? Now, traditionally, the larger meal was eaten at lunchtime, whereas nowadays most people are going to the office or don't really have time to sit down to this large meal, and instead this larger meal is eaten at dinner time. Instead, we'll often have something like a sandwich, a baguette, which is just like a sandwich, or perhaps even a set salad. When I lived in London, there were two lunch places that I really enjoyed going to. One of them is called Pret-a-Manger, and this is basically a coffee shop that serves all sorts of sandwiches and hot dishes, soups and salads. And I really used to enjoy their salad set because it wasn't just a few lettuce leaves. It was very, very substantial, and I definitely didn't need to have a snack after enjoying this salad lunch. They also did things seasonally, so I really enjoyed at Christmas time. The salad was like a chicken salad with some cranberries and even a little bit of like stuffing, I think, in there. It was just really delicious. And I actually really looked forward to Christmas because I love stuffing sandwiches so much. The second place that I really enjoyed going to was called Itsu. It's a Japanese-inspired place, and of course they do things such as soups and salads and sushi. They do a menu which caters to people who don't want a huge heavy lunch or perhaps avoid eating carbohydrates. So I felt that this was the more healthy and light and definitely more Japanesey lunch experience. I'm not sure if I would be able to enjoy the sushi as much as I did back in my London days after having lived in Japan for 6 years, but I will be giving it a go, just for old time's sake. Some people have a snack at around 11 o'clock, which we call 11s, but usually our snack time is, of course, afternoon tea time. As I've mentioned in previous videos, we don't really have time for this fancy, gorgeous afternoon tea. So instead, we'll tend to pop out and get a cup of something, either a coffee or tea, or use the office kitchen or cafeteria to make our brew. I think tea matches very, very nicely with something like chocolate or a brownie. I used to love a nice gluten-free brownie, which was served in my local Costa coffee. And that was just a perfect, comforting match and a nice pick-me-up in the middle of the afternoon. It's very, very common that once you've finished work around 5 or 6 p.m. as an office worker, you pop to the local pub with your colleague and have a drink. So you may have a glass of wine, and if the sun is shining, you can get an outside table and enjoy the sunshine and possibly gossiping about your boss or talking about something that's happened in your personal life. Pub culture is something that many of us Brits absolutely love, and I'd say that a lot of good conversations happen at the pub or the beer garden. If anyone watching this video has a chance to go to the UK, I strongly recommend getting a seat in a beer garden and just watching what happens. Well, thank you for listening to this video today. Please do leave your comments, and until next time, bye bye.